I don't think there's anything quite like it in sport because of the immediacy, the incredible expressions of happiness, despair, sadness, the exits. It's truly a magical time. March Madness has become crazy. You know it more and more when you're in a situation to be in it. I mean, even in your first round games, you probably only have a couple hundred media there. By the time you get to Final Four, thousands. And they schedule sometime from 7 in the morning. You have a practice around 2 in the afternoon, still doing things at night. And it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. You won't see any teams like Florida State, okay? Leonard Hamilton, the coach who I've known for years, going back to the Big East days. They're big, they're strong, their center's 7'1", their backup center is 6'10". They're one of the biggest teams in the country, one of the most physical teams. And in all honesty, I don't know because of their backcourt if they quite can get there. Purdue, in our region, along with Marquette, two teams that are pretty full in the sense they have enough good players. They have enough situations, I see them, they could go very deep. Both these teams. You say, well, it's expensive. I know it is. But you say, well, I watch on TV. That's okay. But you're there for the excitements, the bands, the cheerleaders, all that goes with March Madness. It'll be a special time. And we have good teams coming here, some terrific players coming here. Murray State's bringing a kid who might be the third guy taking the draft. So even unknown teams sometimes are going to bring great players. But I like you to sit someplace in that building and kind of soak up the atmosphere, what real March Madness is like. Buffalo, who's really done well last year, but not a major name. And I think Wolford is another team. Duke is the best team I've seen thus far. I really like Michigan in another spot to the Final Four as a 2 seed. I love Tony Bennett at Virginia, but Tony, I can't get my head around if they're going to get there or not, but they're one of the best teams in the country. And then,
going to be mentally right after last year coming into this one?
Well, it's good when you get hit like that early and set an all-time record, obviously, is incredible. But I think that they're going to play the way they play, and they're going to defend you. They've got to make more shots than they have recently when they've got a couple games which wasn't typical Virginia-like. But the quality of team, when you're sitting at 32 and 2, you've answered a lot of questions. 34 times, matter of fact. You got a lot of right answers. That's an A in most places. You know, the funny in the lower bracket, Carolina, Kentucky's there. I think that's the toughest bracket, by the way. I really do. Duke is the best team right now. Now, here's the thing that I would warn everybody on. The best team doesn't always win. When I first got here in 1986, 11 guys alone from this small state in the NBA. And it's followed many since then. Excuse me. And the point I'm making to you simply is that the love of, and not make say of basketball, very special. It really isn't. You know, you can go to a high school game now and other places and see some of the state tournaments particularly, and see some of the same excitement. So our arena downtown is what I keep saying. You would not believe it was like this is way back in '99. I think the first team we played was Boston University, which we were down 1 at halftime. We ended up winning by 25. Then we played California, set an all-time record on steals, and it grew and grew and grew. And the point I'm making simply is that being in the East is great. Sometimes, though, we went 3 times out to the West Coast and got to the Final Fours because we went to the West Coast away from all distractions.